Welcome back to episode 4. This is actually episode 4 of the Booth podcast.
Yeah, Matthew, you fucked up
And
last
I'm
week.
sorry, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I'll
We have
take
more
that one.
time this time.
We do have more time
Yay.
this time. I'm glad, even though I was fucking 20 minutes late, lagging behind.
Oh, well, what? So this is so. Fuck off. Daylight savings
I was
is
gonna
the most.
ask, do you have coronavirus? And how's the hour loss?
Wait, Louisiana doesn't do it anymore, do they?
No, they do it.
Oh, they do it. Okay, because I know
I'm
some
just
states said
having to
"fuck you."
cope. Oh, it's awful.
Okay, so my computer thinks I'm in Central America, as in not the
What?
center of the United States, but Central America, like the continent that
Yeah, yeah,
connects the two
yeah, yeah.
continents,
Yeah.
or the subcontinent that connects the two continents. So it doesn't allow me to check the box to do automatic time, like automatic for the daylight savings time. So my computer's still on four is still it's 428 right now on my computer. Okay.
Bro, your
So
Windows
when
copy's all jank.
I mean that's what happens when you buy a completely legal version of Windows
Yeah,
10.
I bought a completely
Anyways,
legal version of Windows 10 for $30. You showed me the
I got
website.
anyways. Um
Moving on.
I have to do some fiddling with it to get that. But dude, that screwed me over last night. So I was playing one of my fun, just like chill, just like I'm doing nothing. I just want to be brain dead for a couple hours game, which is Motorsport Manager.
Okay,
Essentially, you run a racing team. I have a mod that puts all the the real life teams for F1 and stuff into the game to make it just a little bit more realistic.
gotcha.
It's fun. So I have way too many hours in the game. We're nearing 250, I think. Um, so, anyways, last night it was one of
Are
those
we not
nights
gonna
where I was
bring
just
up
like,
like the hours and hours and hours I poured into Destiny?
"You had 200 days on D1."
I had 1,400 hours.
No, no, no. I remember this because I used to use you as I would flex your hours to my friends.
Yeah,
I'd pull up your account on the Xbox app
yeah,
back when they
because
would
you
show
were like,
you
"Hey, we should go raid with this guy," and then they'd be like, "I don't know," and then you'd show them my account, and you'd be like, "Yeah, he's got 1,000+ hours," and they're like, "Ah, all right, we can do
the
that."
last time I checked it, it said 199 days
Oh,
played.
Jesus. Can we look at that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's on it probably won't be on here because we were on Xbox 360.
Let me no, I think I can still look at it. I played all of D1 on
Oh,
on
we were on
on
one.
Xbox
That's right.
One.
We had that like conversation with Trey. Anyways, so with the F1 thing or with the most part manager, so I've been doing really well this year. My big goal in 2020 was to fix my sleep schedule, right?
Hmm.
And I've been doing really well. Been
Good.
really good that on weeknights I'm going to bed at 10:30 and I'm waking up at 6:30. That's exactly 8 hours, and I've been really
Awesome.
good to that. And I have to say I'm feeling a lot better. I'm a lot less tired in the afternoons, and it's really working. But last night I was looking at my computer clock the entire time. So I look down and it says 10 o'clock on my computer. I'm like, okay, sweet. Turn it off. And I'm about to get in the shower. I look at my phone and I realize it's 11 o'clock because of fucking the time change and my computer didn't change over.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And lo and behold, I woke up this morning dead as a fucking just doorknob. Like, oh, it was a struggle to get out of bed this morning, Matthew. It was hard. I have senioritis. I did not want to move. I was like, okay, I get that I'm skipping half the day on Thursday. I get that. But like, what are we really gonna do today? The answer was I didn't do jack shit in any of my classes today. But I just need to be there for attendance to graduate. Mm. It was a struggle bus. It
Oh
was a
God.
struggle bus.
So I just did the math on that.
Yeah.
I got over 2,500 hours in Destiny 1. That's
Oh
not an okay
God.
number. Granted, that
Ah,
game came out in 2014.
yeah, we stopped playing when
Fuck,
a
dude,
year
I
before
don't
D2 came
know.
out. 6 months before D2. It was a while before D2 came out that we had
When did
stopped.
when did Destiny 2 come out?
Is there any big updates gonna be coming for that anytime soon? Because I really want to get back into it, but there's like
Actually, an
nothing to
update
do.
came out today. New season
Oh,
came out today, but they have a really fucked up. Okay,
I don't
so
want a new season. I want a new fucking raid.
same. Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking the seasons are
yeah.
awful. Destiny 2 came out September 6th, 2017,
Okay.
and
I remember it because
I had it on Xbox, and then I bought it again for
we
PC.
all did. We all did.
Yeah,
We all had it on Xbox, then we bought it again on PC.
because it came out, it was
Um,
like a month
difference.
delayed release date.
Right. But we all pre-ordered it. I remember that.
Yep.
I pre-ordered it at least. I remember how they announced it too. It was the Super Bowl commercial. It was the Super Bowl commercial that year, and I got
Gotta
so
love
excited.
Super Bowl ads.
I was probably more excited about watching that ad than I was the Super Bowl because I had seen a news article that Bungie had a big announcement coming. So it's either going to be a new Halo game, which they would not spend that kind of money on Halo. I mean, maybe, but
Well, Bungie
or
doesn't even have Halo anymore. They didn't
oh,
have Halo.
that's true.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what I was thinking, you know. So I knew that it most likely was going to be a Destiny announcement. I was like, either they're going to be bringing D1 to PC, which would be hell yeah, or they're going to come out with a new one because we had heard rumors that they were working on a second one. And then it was that ad, and I was like, oh fuck yes.
I don't know. I've been
We have a
so
love-hate relationship with that game. We really do. Duh.
the problem with that game is it was so fucking good. There was nothing
Dude,
else like it. Like
dude.
you dropped in, it's like, all right, we're gonna let you like customize your character completely. I was like, fuck yeah, this looks awesome. We do that. They hook you up with these crazy ass guns. You go on these wild ass missions. There's like aliens and shit. You get like this cool like speeder dirt bike thing. Awesome.
But it was all like Earth and our solar system, which was really cool
Yeah,
too.
it was great. It was our solar system, cool shit. It was like, oh, we could like totally wrap our minds around this.
It was space, it was sci-fi and fantasy mixed together in a very well way, like
It
a
was
very
the
good way.
perfect mix of like space magic, and I
Yeah,
loved it.
exactly.
And it was great, and I spent way too many hours with it. And the thing was is that that game was probably the first game to make one of the most complex cooperative mission outlets, I guess.
Hmm.
Because you had to one round up six people together. Okay, that doesn't sound too hard because like a Call of Duty game's six people on each team. We got 12 people in a match. Like
Right.
that's not a big deal. But getting six people to sit down for let's say,
5 hours.
depending on how many times you've done it, or if you even know how to do it, we're gonna sit
Oh
there
my
for
god.
8 hours
Yeah.
if you're lucky. And
Hmm.
then, you have people that drop in and out periodically. We were lucky enough to have pretty set groups that it's like, all right, we're gonna
Hmm.
raid this night, because
We
reset
have
was
pretty
on
good people.
Tuesdays. Reset was on Tuesdays. But you would have these resets, and then you can go do the raid and get guns and shit again. But the thing was, is it was like, okay, you need to get six people together that not only have the time to do this, but also are smart enough to be able to like, okay, we're gonna take orders and we
But
need
then
to do this thing.
it wasn't like smarts definitely, time definitely, but then it was also just level.
Yeah, you had
Like
to you had to find
you could
people
be
that were
the
the
best
proper
you
level,
could
that were
they could be the
cognitive
best
enough.
right. They could be the best players of the game, right? They could be, esport ready Destiny players, right? But then be like 10 light below the minimum.
Yeah, you
And
like
they
you
would do
could just be super underpowered, and it's like, okay, well, like it's gonna take you 2 weeks to get to the point where
yeah.
you can actually do this
That's the thing
effectively.
that really pissed me off.
It
The
took
diminishing
so long to
returns.
level up
The
in
diminish
D1.
the diminishing returns. Like
Took so long.
you got so many light like you got so much so quickly at the beginning, and then it was just a barrier where it was just crawling, just crawling. Like
Well,
I felt like a light level a week is what it felt like. Just
I mean,
if you were
like
lucky.
it's hard for me to think back and be like, okay, how did the leveling system work? Like,
34 or was it
well, it was
43?
32.
32. When did it go to
No,
4?
no, no, no. 30 was the original cap.
But they moved it to 4 pretty early on. Like
No,
there was a 4
they
in that
moved
number.
it to 30.
It was a 4 in that
They
number.
moved it to 32 for Crota. I think it was no, they might. I think they moved it to 32 or 34. I think it was 34.
It was 34. I
I
just
think it was
remember 3 and
34.
4 being involved with that. Yeah.
Anyway, doing all that, like I remember it took forever to level up and like trying to do new stuff because it's like fuck. And then like I don't know, it was just insane because it was like, all right, you need to get, each piece of armor had to be a certain level for like your total level to be a proper a high enough level. And then once you got that, it was like, okay, cool, now I can go do everything. But it just took forever. And then like if you got a duplicate on a piece that you already had, it was
You were so
awful.
pissed
You were
off.
so
You were
pissed.
so
It was
pissed.
like now I have to wait for next week to get this piece of armor
A
for
whole
that
ass
character.
week. Well, that's why you got 3 characters.
Oh God, yeah. I
But
absolutely had 3 characters. I had
I
3
mean,
warlocks at one point. I had
I
one
didn't
of
start.
each.
I didn't know the value of 3 characters until D2.
Well, you thought I was just like a fucking idiot. You were like, why would I have 3 characters? And I was like, well,
Right.
because like you spend like a week, you get them kind of to the near a level that you have the
Yeah,
others, and then if you had the same class type, which I did for a little while just to get the entire warlock set
I
on
remember that.
multiple raids, I just kept 3 warlocks and I could just run
Yeah.
all 3 warlocks, and I had almost every piece throughout. After 1 week of raiding, I almost had all the armor pieces.
Remember when we had set classes? Like you were always warlock, I was always
Oh yeah,
hunter.
it was
Like
great. It was great.
D2 changed that. Like we didn't care even towards the end of
Yeah,
D1.
I mean, like at the end of D1, I had all 3.
Mm-hmm.
I had
I
all
never
3 at
did.
the
I
end
had
of
2.
D1.
I had 2 at the end of D2 or D1. I have 3 in D2.
I just remember Joseph used to get so pissed at me. He's like, "Why do you have a girl Titan?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's fun. Like whatever." But yeah, man, that game changed my relationship with video games forever. Like
It changed my relationship with people.
that
Like
too. I mean, shit.
it,
We met fucking
we met.
Trey. Trey needs to be on this podcast. We need to get Trey
He
on the
does. We need to
podcast.
get him.
We're
I
gonna
need to
get him
talk to
on.
him about it.
We're gonna get him on the podcast. But no, our dear friend Trey, he he we met him. We didn't even meet him originally.
No, it was Carson
It
first.
was his friend Carson, who we're still good friends with. Carson, I'm in the like hub area in this video game, and he sees that I'm, max level, and he's like, "Hey, can you help me do what was called the Volta Glass?" It was the 6-man mission, the raid. And I was like,
The first one, yeah.
shit. I was like, fuck, I can't do it right now. I was like, but send me a message and we'll get something going. He waits like a month. He sends me a message. He's like, "Hey, I need somebody to help us through this. None of my friends have done it." I was like, "Okay." So I get in a party with him. We run it through and just kind of stuck with it. And we were good friends with him. And then he's like, "Hey, I got a friend Trey." Started hanging
No,
out
no,
with
no, no.
Trey.
Was it? Didn't we? Okay, I feel like it was. We met Carson, right? Then
hmm
it was a period of time where we didn't talk to him for like a sec. It wasn't a long period of time, but it was for a second.
Well,
In that gap, we then met Trey, and then it was just by coincidence that they knew each other. Like I feel like that's how that happened.
no, no,
No? Okay.
no. I knew Carson, and Carson like raided with us a handful of times. And then he was like, "Okay, cool." And then at some point he was like, "Hey, like I got a guy that can come hop in," and Trey was that
Okay.
guy. I
Okay.
think
I
I
swear it
want to
was a crazier
say
story than that. But okay.
no. I mean, the crazy part about that story is that we've been playing with them because that was like
That was early
probably
on
the first
D1.
2 months of
Yeah.
D1, like after Volt
Yeah.
came out. So like 3 months into D1, I
Yeah.
start talking with Carson. We're playing together pretty often, and then Trey comes in, and uh the crazy thing about this whole story is that we've been playing with them since shit. I guess that would be like December time
Mhm.
of
That's when I got it.
2014.
I got it December 2014.
Yeah, December
I got it.
2014 around that time. You hopped in more, and
Yep.
then
Because you convinced me to go get it, and I
I was
did.
I was like, you got to play this game. It's incredible. And anyway, so we were all playing together. But the crazy thing is that Trey was at ACL with us in October.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
oh man, like that's just so crazy to think about. The dude's in Oklahoma, I'm in Louisiana, Connor's now in Austin. Like
But
we're
I'm
all
still
spread out.
repping.
We're all spread
Still
out.
repping.
Still repping though. Still repping.
I was thinking about it. We should get an Airbnb downtown for ACL this year. Go all out,
Are you paying?
bro. Okay, this is what I was thinking. Let's get 3-day passes.
Okay.
And let's do an Airbnb downtown. If we get one Airbnb and we split the cost, it's not going to be that much more per
If we
person.
book it now, it won't be that big of
That's
a deal.
right. But we need to get more people because I'd hate to just get like a 5-bedroom Airbnb and then me and you are the only two that commit. You know,
Yeah. Um, who's playing?
they don't announce the lineup till like spring, like May-ish.
Dude, I I
That's the gamble
wanna
with ACL because the tickets are on sale right
uh
now. Tickets are on sale, but they don't announce the lineup until like May, so you don't know if you're going to be getting a good deal or not. That's what I hate about this whole thing. It's a total gamble.
okay, but how much are we looking at?
I know that I don't know if I can get student. They're so iffy with these student tickets, dude. Because it's like they say they're going to do them,
I'm
but they
not
wait
concerned
till the
about
very
ticket
last
prices.
second.
I'm concerned about Airbnb prices.
Oh, Airbnb prices. I was looking at a few the other day just to give you just. I know we're live right now, but
Cause
just to give
like,
you kind of an
fuck
idea.
it, fuck it.
Yeah.
Um,
Here's my Airbnb app.
no, but like I know that like my sister would love to go again, and I know that
Yeah.
she would probably bring a friend, if not
Hmm.
Abby again. And depending on the lineup, obviously, but like you, me, her, that's already three people basically guaranteed.
Right.
Potentially Joshua, that's a fourth. We got Trey and probably Carson if it's a good lineup.
Yeah.
And I mean, like,
Oh
fuck it.
yeah. There's no way we need to get Carson in on this.
What are we
I'm
looking
looking
at?
like. I mean, this is
Also, might
a
get
four.
canceled because of fucking Corona, but
I know that's another scary thing. This is a four bedroom. There's 5 beds total, 2.5 bath, downtown Austin. Um, let me see where it is on a map. It's 175 a night.
I thought you were about to call out the address. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, no. We'd have to Uber to ACL, but I mean, not the Uber would be so much cheaper than it was last time, and so much like closer.
I don't know. We can brainstorm with it a lot more. I'm sure we
We're
can
gonna
find
have
a
to,
place
but
that's closer.
I I know we probably can, but I want to do something fun like that.
Yeah, we should.
You know,
That sounds like a good time.
the thing that's like, but the thing is that they all have this exact same like you click on the house rules tab and they have the exact same bullshit. Like
Yeah.
it literally they copied and pasted it from each other. Either that or it's just one person that owns a
One
ton of
person owns
properties
like 20 houses.
because
Then
it's
a
all
ring
like
around Zilker
because
Park.
they're all like there's always like there's exterior cameras. If we catch you having a party or out drinking by the pool, you're gonna get kicked out, and then you're not getting your security deposit back. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I get that
Or,
you're trying to like, huh?
or we just detach the cameras.
So weird, dude. There's a power outage, and
I
then
don't
like
know,
the
man.
break.
There's a power outage. Next thing you know, we decide to light a fire in the backyard.
Because I was originally looking at
I
places with
have
pools.
no idea why there's scorpions in the pool. Don't know. I can't
I
explain
was looking at
it.
places with pools, but then I remembered ACL has the most that period of weather in Austin, like October to like
Oh, it's
mid
so bipolar.
November.
We have no
It's so
idea what it's
bipolar,
gonna be like.
dude. The F1 race last year, Friday, right? Pretty moderate, pretty okay, like sunny, but like 65, right? No wind. It was beautiful. Saturday, raining and 50 degrees. Sunday, back to being sunny and 65.
Yeah.
There
Well,
was
like
like what?
just ACL in general. The night that I came in to your house,
Yeah. Yeah.
cold as hell.
Oh yeah.
Cold as hell. That next morning, ball chilling. Not bone chilling,
Yeah.
ball chilling. It was
Yeah.
cold.
But then everyone thought we were in everybody thought I was insane for wearing shorts and just a sweatshirt. And I'm
I
like,
mean,
wait,
it
you just
warmed
wait.
up. It was
You just
fine.
wait.
It was fine. It warmed
And,
up. It was a
and
beautiful
then that
day.
weird spot of like rain we got in the mid afternoon, like right before
We
Gary
did
came
get a
on.
we did get a little bit of rain.
That was
That
so
was
weird, but
that was
it would
random.
be in and out.
But I mean, like fucking last year. Can we pull up the picture of you looking like 2/3 of Neapolitan ice cream? That was so
Oh,
fucking funny.
that was 2017. Hold on. Hold on, that was
Oh god,
2017.
that was
I have this
so
picture.
funny. It was so hot outside, like
That year was god
blistering,
awful. I mean, the snow was dude.
blistering.
Do you remember when I got my pants pulled down?
Yeah, I do. That was
Okay.
hilarious.
We were trying to
Some girl
push
was
forward in the
looking
crowd.
for it, man.
Dude, I told the story to my friends and they're like, "Bro, that's the moment where you just stand there with your dick and balls out. You just she didn't pull my underwear down, but they're like they didn't know that at the time. I told them after this. But they were like, "This is the moment where you pull your dick and ball, you just stand there with your dick and balls out and you just tell her what you're going to do about it now." Like,
What you gonna do?
all right, 2017.
Oh shit! Can I
Uh
just throw this? I'll just throw this in the Discord.
what are you throwing in there?
Uh,
Did you find that place? Oh, here are the ACL
Missed it.
pictures.
I got it. I got it. Uh,
The picture of
T-
us in the Type R, me barely fitting in it. I don't have where it
I
must be on my
got it.
Snap. It's on my
Found it.
Snapchat. It's not on my Google. It's in my Snapchat, not my Google.
Upload. Here we go. So this is Connor's neck and his shoulder, and
I
he
just
looks
love
like
how,
2/3 of Neapolitan ice cream. It
but
was awful.
I love how beautiful it is though. Like it's perfect. Like
It's
the line's
amazing.
perfect. But it
It's
was
amazing.
so hot. It was so hot. Do you remember?
It was
Do you
so hot.
remember?
I
Like,
I felt like I was dying.
we literally sat. We were sitting in the little bit of shade we could find. It was next to one of the water stations, and we were just like, because we were like, we're gonna go. What was it? Ice Cube. It was one of the ices.
Ice Cube was performing at the time,
At
and we were like, "Fuck it, let's go get snowballs." That's what we did.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I
we did.
remember
We
that.
went and got
I didn't get
snowballs,
one though.
and
I
then
didn't get one though.
Joshua. Who did Joshua go see? Joshua disappeared
Some
for like 2 hours.
you might go see some like it wasn't Russ because we had seen him earlier in
We
the
already
day.
saw Russ. Russ was early in the day.
Remember that blues guy that we just like right when we showed up, we found him.
Was that the
He
guy
had
under
barely
the
anyone
Tim?
there. No, 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 no. He had long hair. He had like this blousey thing
Oh,
on. He
oh,
looked like
oh! Billy Raffoul.
yeah,
Yeah, Billy
him.
Raffoul, dude. He was rocking a red telly. He was left-handed. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
that
He's
was
good.
awesome.
He's
He
good.
was good.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to see the Chili Peppers after. So we sat down. We watched. We okay. So we sat down. We didn't think about this at the time that we probably should have gone to the Ice Cube concert just to get better places for the Chili
We
Peppers.
absolutely should have.
But
Absolutely should have.
we were so tired and so hot. Like you weren't sunburnt, but you were so hot that your face looked like my neck.
Yeah.
You weren't
It
sunburned,
was
but you were
hot
just beat
outside.
red.
Well, that entire time throughout that summer, I was working at a golf course, so I was tan 24/7,
Yeah.
and like wasn't a big deal, but like fuck, dude.
But like, yeah, it was bad.
Oh
So
god.
we're sitting there, and I remember Joshua, he barely sat down, but he was like standing up, kind of like bouncy. Like he was like, come on guys, let's go do this. And we were like, dude, calm the fuck down. We are dead.
Yeah, no, we
And
sat
then
there, we ate snowballs, Ice Cube was playing,
yeah.
and the sunset was great. It was
Oh,
finally
that's
cooling off a little bit.
can I say okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So then finally Ice Cube finishes. We go and then we're like, okay, we need to start making our way to the stage because the Ice Cube stage is where the Chili Peppers were going to play. And that's who we were really there for. So we
And
start
who
going.
was playing on the other end? Was it Logic?
No, 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 no. Chance.
Chance. It was Chance.
Chance the
Yep.
Rapper.
Yep.
So we're starting to make our way there and we see this massive crowd of people that's just staying and we're like, fuck, I didn't think about this.
Yep.
So then Joshua was like, okay, let's push our way to the front. We got this. Now, this is before he was big at this time, like muscular wise, but he wasn't in his bodybuilding phase.
No,
You know what I'm
but he
talking
was
about?
big, dude. He was playing
But he was a
football.
big
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, right. Um, so so he takes the front. I'm behind him, and then it's you. And so so at ACL, there's a line that they put, and it's like a line stand in front of it, not sit.
Hang on. I apologize, folks. We're having some technical difficulties. Discord is not wanting to cooperate with us today. I guess not.
We good?
Hello?
Hello?
All right. Uh. Hmm.
What?
We good?
Yeah? Are you
Okay.
here? Can you?
Hopefully. I don't know. You just like you hit a bad spike and then you're a robot and then you were out.
Okay. What parts did you not hear?
All right. It was Joshua, you, me.
Okay. There's a line at ACL that they put out that if you want to stand, you stand in front. Or if you want to sit, you have to sit behind it and you can't stand because the people in front of that line are going
And
to be
it's a
standing.
very
Right.
fucking clear line.
It's such a clear line. There's signs all over the place. They have like these plastic things that they run. Like it's like a matte material that they run to make a circle around the stage.
Yeah.
Right. these girls, you could just tell they were either lesbian or virgins or both. I don't know. They they set out this blanket and these
Just angry
chairs
lesbians.
in front of this line, and we're like, and people are just pissed at them. They're just everyone's pissed, not even us, but we get to them, and we're trying to get our way through because there's like an open, clear spot right here. We're like, okay, let's jump to that spot. The crowd's still kind of loose at this point. They're not really packed in yet because it's a while before they start. So Joshua goes ahead, steps over them, and I hear one of the girls yell, "If one of you motherfuckers steps over us again, I'm gonna push your ass down to the ground," or some
Yep.
bullshit like that, right? So I'm like, and I look at Joshua, and Joshua's like, "I'll pull you if I have to. Just go for it. Fuck it. Fuck them. They're being assholes." And I'm like, "All right, Josh." So I step over them,
I
and
love
one of the
my
girls,
brother.
he could have gotten me fucking killed looking back
Oh,
at this.
dude, it was so
Um,
great.
I take my first step, and one of the girls, she kept her word, pushes me. I lose my balance. To regain my, because I'm a tall guy. To regain my balance, I have to pick my foot up and step it back down to like regain my balance. When I do that, I land on one of these girls' legs. Now, let me describe this leg to you. Have you ever stepped on a pillow?
Hmm.
It felt like that. Like that's how big it felt.
Okay.
Like it, and it was just rubbery and just weird. But I could tell that it was
Rather
a
large
leg.
girl. Okay.
I could tell it was a leg.
Okay.
And so I step on it and I'm trying to get off of her as quick as possible. But again, I'm a big guy. I,
It
you know,
happens. Yeah.
and so she goes, "You ass." She goes, "Ow, you asshole." And then her defense, she pulls my pants down. That was her defense. She just, I was
Trying to get
actually
a
wearing
look.
this,
Yeah.
I was wearing the exact same shorts that I'm wearing right now, actually. She just grabs my pants and pulls them down. She doesn't take my boxers with me. I'm fine on that front. But she just pulls my pants down. And like I'm just sitting there, just like, what were you trying to accomplish here?
I mean, it happens.
Josh was watching this entire thing happen. I yank him back up and he pulls me in. And then you get across kind of like just like, being the little weasel that you are.
Oh,
Just,
no, dude, I fucking hopped it. I jumped
oh,
over them.
that's right. You did jump over them. And
Yeah.
anyway, then luckily that's open space that we had saw ended up being a group of guys that went to UT and they were like, we just saw that bullshit that happened here. Just chill with us. We'll have a good
Yeah.
time. And they were really cool. They were really chill. We hung out with them for the rest of the night. But also, I remember that concert. It was the first time that my legs have ever gone numb. Standing for that
That was an
concert.
amazing concert, dude.
It was so good, but, like, and I wanted to be there, like, I really did, and you had no other option. Like,
No.
towards during the concert, you
Like,
were standing.
well, the
That's it.
crazy thing was is that like you and Joshua stopped. I kept going
Yeah,
and I kept going and like I pushed like another probably like 40, 50 yards ahead and
yeah,
then we finally came to like legit roadblock and I was like, "All right, cool." But the thing was that as we were going through there, um and we kept going, Aubrey and I, we kept going and there was people leaving.
yeah,
There were people leaving because of the body heat. We had
yeah.
like another hour to wait before they got on
Dude,
stage.
it was
Also,
so
also,
hot.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers did not give a fuck. They were an hour late. We had to wait
Yeah,
2 hours from that point, and
yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude. It was so worth it though. Oh
It
my
was. It was a
god.
good show. It was such a good, remember the
Oh
Pickle Rick,
god.
totem?
Dude, the Pickle Rick totem was there. There was a Finding Nemo totem, which I thought
It
was really
was.
funny. What else? Oh, fucking Josh Klinghoffer did two amazing covers. He did what is it?
Oh, there was a tribute that year. It was a tribute to
Yeah,
someone.
because David Bowie and Tom Petty had both passed away.
That's right,
So he
that's right.
did Man Who Sold the World, which was
Mhm,
incredible, and he did it
mhm,
like Nirvana style, but it was
mhm.
electric. Oh god, it was so good. And
But he's
then
not with them anymore.
no, sadly he's not. We'll get to that in a sec. But
Uh,
he uh he also did a cover of Wildflowers by Tom Petty, which was
yeah.
incredible.
Dude, I
Oh
that was
god,
that
he's
was
so
probably the
good.
first concert it was probably the first concert I've ever gone to that I've been to a lot of good concerts in the past, right?
Hmm.
And I really enjoyed them, had a great time, it was really fun. That was probably the first concert, and I don't know if it was because of the secondhand smoke or because of how tired we were, just I was having a heat stroke or something, but it was the first time that I actually felt like I felt the music.
Oh dude.
You know what I mean?
The funniest part is that I knew every fucking word to every song that was played,
We both did. We
and it
both did.
was
We were just
incredible.
screaming. We
Oh,
did that
dude,
again with Gary Clark Jr.
my voice was fucking shot,
Oh,
dude.
I did at least. I don't know if you did it for Gary, but I
Oh,
was doing that
yeah,
for
dude,
Gary.
I did it for Gary. I
Yeah.
have been on a big Gary kick recently.
Bro, I
Oh my
always am. I
God,
always am. He's my go-to. Like if I'm like, I don't know what to listen to. Okay, Gary.
Gary.
Yeah,
Gary Clark Jr. is a fucking madman, and I wish more people knew who he was because
same.
oh God, he's so good. He's so good. Um, no, but back to Chili Peppers. Yeah, dude, fucking John Frusciante's back with them.
So that means that they're doing another album. That's the only thing that they
They're
would. Because why
definitely
else would they
doing
do
another
this?
album. It was pretty
Why else would
shitty.
they do this?
It was
But
pretty
it's
shitty.
but this whole guitar player thing has always been kind of shitty.
Well, I mean, okay, so like
Because
Chili Peppers guitarist. I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna get it wrong if I don't. Um,
I always get it wrong too. Don't worry about it. So I'm just gonna let you bite the bullet on this one.
but um, ah, I need to be like Jamie and just type one-handed and just be fast as fuck.
Fast as fuck, boy.
So all in all, Red Hot Chili Peppers has had 6 guitarists
Mm-hmm.
technically.
Yeah.
So um, at the start, I don't know who all was there. Obviously, it was Anthony Flea and
Yeah.
Chad.
Which they
But
had allegedly had met at a bar, and Anthony was doing slam poetry, and they
yeah,
needed a singer because they were going to do a set at the bar, but it was going to be instrumental. And Anthony just hopped up there and started doing his slam poetry to their instrumental stuff, and that's how that started,
yep.
allegedly. That's the story that I hear, at least.
Um, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Um, yeah. So the 6 guitarists that they've had has been Hillel Slovak, who's the first one.
Yeah.
Hillel. Um, the next one that they had was Jack Sherman. And then they had Eric Marshall or
Mm-hmm.
Eric Marshall, however you want to pronounce that. Um, anyway, he they were all on that, and then I think it was Blood Sugar Sex Magic they brought for Shanti in, and he was kind of floating around. He basically stalked the band for months,
Yeah.
and then they were finally like, yeah, like come on, let's bring him on. So brought him in, and he did Blood Sugar Sex Magic with him,
Yeah.
and kind of just I wouldn't say turned the band around, but made it much more melodic. He stuck with them, um, I believe until like 92, 93, and then he ended up leaving. He was like, yeah, fuck it. Started doing heroin and all the fun shit. And then Dave Navarro jumped in for like they were Dave Navarro jumped in and decided he was like, yep, he's like, I'll just hop in. He starts doing all the performances for them while they're on tour because John was like, yeah, fuck this, and left. Uh, and then,
Didn't John leave the first time because of drugs, though?
well, this was the first time.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Didn't he leave because he was too into the heroin? Like they all were, but
Where's
wasn't
your
he the
camera?
worst?
Your camera's not here. What the fuck's happening?
Oh, I had left and rejoined because you did the thing I did. I have the camera on my screen.
Hang on. I'll just leave the call and rejoin. Oh,
Did that,
are you
that
back?
fix it? Yeah.
Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Okay. I
Um,
just turned off my camera and turned it back on.
Gotcha. Well, anyway, so Dave Navarro ends up joining the band. He does all the performance and everything, and then whenever John came back, they do more albums, all that fun stuff. He stuck
Didn't
with
okay,
them.
so this is the story my dad always told me.
What's that?
John left. So John left because he was so much into the heroin that they were just kind of like, you know, fuck it, right? Like he was just too into it. Like he was worse than everyone else was with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Then he came back when Anthony reached out to him and paid for him to go to rehab. He goes to rehab and gets cleaned up.
yeah. So
Comes back.
so here's what happened. He was with them from '88 to '92. He leaves.
Mhm.
Drugs, all the fun shit. '98 he comes back. Yeah, '98 he comes back and does few more albums with them, stays until 2009. In that time period from 92 to 98, I think Dave Navarro was a guitarist.
I think so as well.
I think.
I know that Anthony paid
Maybe
for
it
him
was
to go,
Marshall. No, they did Marshall and then Dave Navarro. That's what it was.
and I know that at some point John went to rehab on Anthony's
Yeah.
money.
So Anthony put him in rehab, helped him out. It was all good. Interesting story with Dave Navarro and John Frusciante. Dave Navarro brought John Frusciante a Les Paul while he was in rehab because John called him like out of the blue one day and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "I need a guitar. I need something to do." So he brought him a Les Paul and uh he interesting. I just think it's cool. He brought him a Les Paul so he could play something while he was in there. Again, with all the heroin, he like forgets how to play guitar, so he's
Right.
trying to like reteach himself.
Right.
And then, um, years and years and years later, he and again this is like mid '90s. He's in rehab, not in the band right now. Dave Navarro's in the band, and he goes back, calls up Dave, and says, "Hey," he's like, "Are you home?" He's like, "Yeah." He comes back with a different Les Paul and he tells him, he's like, "Years ago, you gave me a Les Paul while I was in rehab so I could play something." He says, "I ended up selling that guitar for drug money, and this is my way of
That's right.
apologizing and thanking you." Anyway, so John's out of the band from uh, 88 to 92,
Because John's back.
and then Dave
Or
Navarro's in.
John.
Yeah, so Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Sorry.
Dave's in the band at that point, and then 98, John comes back. He's in the band, writes so many fucking great albums.
Now I don't know. So
Ugh.
this is how my dad explains it, and this is why my dad doesn't like John. Okay.
Okay.
Because the way my dad sees it, and like this is how my dad sees the story, and I don't know how true this is or not. But when he comes back, they do so well when they're back together,
hmm
and then he relapses, and when he relapses, he just up and leaves and just says "fuck y'all" and just
In
dips.
2009,
Yeah, when he relapsed,
he didn't relapse.
he didn't. I
He
thought he
didn't go
did,
back to drugs.
but he did say "fuck you" and left.
He said, "Fuck this." He didn't have
Right.
any beef with anybody. What
Okay.
happened? He didn't have any beef with anybody. He did not like how big the band got.
Yeah. My dad always told me that it was he felt like it was kind of him like backstabbing in a way to Anthony, who paid for him to come back and
He didn't go back to
cleaned him up.
drugs. He didn't go back to drugs.
Okay.
Which he didn't go back to drugs. Yeah, it would be a real dick move if he did. But
Yeah.
as far as I know, he did not go back to
Okay.
drugs. As
I
far
don't know
as
if my
what
dad
I've
told
read,
I don't know if my dad said he relapsed or not, but I just remember my dad telling me
well,
that he just left.
they were playing a show 2009 in Japan, and massive fucking crowd, and I don't know if they had already started or they were taking like an intermission or what the deal was, but at some point before or during that performance, he said, "Fuck this," gets on a plane and leaves, gets off
Yeah.
tour.
That's what I heard.
I think it might have been after because I think they played that show and it was fucking incredible. Um, anyway, so they play all that and then he says, "Fuck it." He hops on a plane, ditches the band completely. Anthony calls Dave. He's like, "Hey, we need another touring guitarist." Dave tours with them, I think a year,
Hmm.
maybe, or for like the remainder of that.
It was the
Uh,
remainder of the tour.
the
I can
remainder
it
of the
was
tour, Dave
yeah.
Navarro stepped in, played it. Dave Navarro.
Because
So
he already knew all the shit. He
he
already knew all
already
the
knew all
shit.
the
So
shit. Yeah, he already knew all the shit. Anyways, so uh, Anthony knew basically John's like mini John, who is Josh Klinghoffer. Josh
yeah,
Klinghoffer is an amazing guitarist who has his own projects such as Dot Hacker, which is incredible if you haven't checked it out.
I have not. I need to.
You need to go check out Dot Hacker because that's incredible. Um, it's much more like electric, and his vocal
Which I'm
range
so into.
is insane.
I've been trying to work together with that band that I worked with, or I've been having a couple of thought bubbles,
hmm
but I wanna try out. I really like when EDM and rock collide and do like something like that.
I gotta show you
So I
something
want
that
to
I
do.
found. I gotta show you
Okay.
something that I found because we both love blues so much.
Yeah.
No, but so Frusciante leaves. 2009 says fuck it. Dave Navarro hops in, finishes out that tour, and then Klinghoffer steps into the guitarist position. They write The Getaway together. He writes all the guitar for The Getaway. Pretty good album. I wouldn't say it's the best. Pretty solid album though. The more I listen to it, the more it grows on me.
That's how I felt too.
So, pretty good. And then, I guess
we saw them on tour for that album.
What's that?
They were on tour for that album when we saw them.
Yeah, it was that tour. Anyway, so the next thing is Red Hot Chili Peppers puts out a post. Fuck, when was it? Hang on one second. But they put out a post saying that Frusciante's coming back.
And the way they did this post, I'll tell the story if you need to do a little side.
Go ahead.
But and I thought that it was like an April Fool's thing. It wasn't on April 1st, but I thought that it was a joke because their names are so similar that when I was reading it, like, because they both have weird last names.
Klinghoffer and Frusciante.
And then Josh and John, right? So I read the post like he let like they because so I read it and then because I just skimmed it. My first thought was, okay, they're poking fun at all these people. Okay, they're poking fun at all these people that are saying, oh, Josh is out doing all his side projects and he must not be with the Chili Peppers anymore. Like those kind of people, right? The old-fashioned people that still think that you can't, like, your band loyalty is like a thing. Like you can't go do your own shit. Like if you're doing your own shit, that means you're out of the band kind of thing. That's what I read it as. So I thought they were poking fun of it. Like he left the band. And then the next paragraph, he's back in the band, right?
Yeah.
That's what because I just skimmed it at first. That's what I skimmed. That's what I skimmed it at first, and then I was like,
no, you got to read it. And then I was like, yeah, December 15th. December 15th, they announced
2019
that John would be coming back. So
they're confirmed working on that. For me, confirms another album.
Oh, I mean, Chad, Flea, and Anthony have all said on radio shows. Like Chad was on 3 months ago talking about how they were working on a new album. So
well, there you go. Yeah,
he was on like some Sirius XM show.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, kind of crazy, but I don't know, dude. John Frusciante, like his solo work is insane.
I just don't know how I feel about it because it's like I know that the band doesn't have any beef, but like I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up. I gotta pull up a video.
Oh, jeez.
I'll give you the link. Oh, God. This is...
By the way, I have an update to my spider story. We got an exterminator in here. He sprayed. I'm still pretty sure that it was a figment of my imagination, but still got the exterminator and he still sprayed in here. Something else that I wanted to update. I don't know if I can remember now. I don't know. I was trying to remember. Oh, I do have a rant that I need to go on after this, though.
All right, I'm gonna send you this link. This is a little disturbing, but just to show you where John Frusciante has been, and we'll show a current.
This is during drugs, right?
Yes.
This is before rehab.
So this is when he's out of the band. This is when he's out of the band. Yep, very professional here. Let me see if I can find.
He looks so skinny.
Oh, dude, this is prime heroin. God. This is prime heroin.
I didn't know eyes could go far back in the face. I did not know that eyes could go that far back in the face.
Right? Like.
Oh my God.
All right, let me get this up here.
And he's talking complete bullshit. Like he's making no sense.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. Oh. But you know, in his mind, he's making sense.
Oh yeah. This.
Love the strong wind David Bowie biography that I had in the
This is
index.
his other band, huh?
That was him during his like solo work. That was before he came back in '98.
Right.
Yeah, whenever he's, you know, doing all that fun shit. So,
Fuck, dude.
but yeah, he's
Bro,
been to some
screw
dark places, man.
fucking anti-drug ads. Just show people this.
Dude, honestly, like,
Like you're
whoo!
on the top of the world, right?
Oh
You're on
my
literally the top
God.
of the world. And he almost, if Anthony wasn't such a good person, he would have thrown it all away. If Anthony was not such a good fucking person,
It's
he would have
terrifying.
literally thrown it all away.
It's absolutely terrifying. Like, you show anybody that, and they're gonna be like, "And who was this?" And I'll be like, "The guy that fucking shreds on stage, who like has the world at his fingertips, basically, and that's what he's doing."
I'm glad he's wearing a long sleeve shirt because I do not want to see his arms.
Oh, dude, his arms are fucked.
Oh.
He had to get skin grafts for both of his arms.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They look a whole lot better now.
Oh yeah, because of the skin grafts.
Also, all of his teeth fell out, so he's got some great
Okay.
dentures now.
Everybody in the bands did. Anthony has dentures too.
I mean, I guess so. Flea basically said, "Fuck it." I think Chad has good teeth.
Yeah, but I also think Chad never was. I think Chad was the mellow one. He never really did.
Oh yeah, no, Chad wasn't
all
about
that much
it.
drugs.
Chad doesn't seem about it.
No, Will Ferrell does not seem about it.
No, Will Ferrell does not seem like he'd be into the hardcore drugs.
Oh
yeah. Man,
that is bad.
Gotta love it though.
Switching gears completely.
Go ahead.
I've been addicted to Ark the past few days.
Oh no.
But listen to this bullshit.
Oh no, the
listen
time
to
vacuum.
This bullshit. Listen to this Okay, we have a private server with me and the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and the boys have a fucking private server. I have died the most amount of times on that server, and I've been on it the least amount of time.
Do you have a permanent kill tab? Like a death
No,
tab?
I don't. I wish I did. But it's got to be in the 50s. And I have the worst possible luck. I have the I would log
God.
for 2 days straight. I would log on and all the dinos I had tamed killed themselves.
Or your friends were just killing them.
No. So what would happen was I don't know if you know anything about the game, but there's these wooden spikes.
No.
There's these wooden spikes that you can make, right? And I had found this island, this one part of the map where it was only like passive herbivore dinosaur spawning, right? So I was like, perfect, nothing, because my previous base was an island that had a bunch of raptors spawning on it constantly. It's like, fuck that, moved. So this new place. So I built a temporary base, which is just a gate and then some wooden spikes. Wooden spikes hurt anyone that touches them, right? They do damage.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what you know if a brontosaurus is.
I'm familiar, yeah.
The big long neck boys, the big fuckers?
Yeah.
They would spawn. They would walk into my spikes, get hurt by the spikes, and then start attacking the spikes because they're dumbass shits, okay? And their tails are so fucking long that their attack is they swing their tail.
Build them a gate, dude.
They would swing their fucking tail, and they would push my dinos that were in my base into the spikes.
Nice.
And then my dinos would be dead. So I put up walls. I was Trump. I put massive walls up. That fixed that problem. And then for whatever reason, recently,
ever.
T-Rexes have started spawning in my area. Never before had they spawned there. Now they're deciding to fucking spawn. So I was taming a Stegosaurus. T-Rexes are the second hardest dinos to tame in the game.
Okay.
I was taming a Eutyrannus, which is a furry T-Rex.
Okay.
I was taming a Stegosaurus. I went AFK because it was a high level one, and they're really easy to tame so you can go AFK on them. And I had my high level pterodactyl with me. Okay, so I had flown over there to get it, and I was taming it, and it was in my area still. It was in the biome I was in, and so I went go get food. I come back. My buddy was online. I had a buddy online, and he was like, "I'll watch you while you go get food and come back." And I was like, "Okay." Well, he had to go because him and his girl were watching The Bachelor. Anyways, he left.
Netflix and chilling. He let you die.
Yes, because a T-Rex spawned and ate my tame and my pterodon, but didn't kill me for some reason. And so just before this podcast,
Can you blame
just for
them?
this. No, just before this podcast, I had tamed another pterodactyl, and I was trying to go get this new OP dinosaur that we found that shoots spikes out of its face, and it's super OP. Anyway, and it's super easy to tame. Anyways, but I kept. But okay, so you can put your dinosaur on either aggressive or passive. Aggressive will attack anything that attacks you. Passive, it doesn't move. I had it on fucking passive, but the shit kept attacking shit. Okay, and getting
Happens.
itself killed. It got itself killed, and then I died, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm just not gonna go back
Fuck
to
it.
get my stuff.
Just
'Cause
fuck it.
I was on the other
That's
side of the
it.
map.
That's it.
So I respawned in my bed, and I just got offline. And I'm like, you know what? When I get back online, I'll rebuild. I'll get all my shit back, and I'll go back. But right now, fuck it. Podcast time. Fuck this shit. I'm done.
Yeah.
And now they're in the group chat talking like they want to do a fucking war. Like they want to split into 2 teams and do like an on server war, and then reset the server after the war and like go
Oh,
back into it.
Jesus.
But I'm so fucking far behind compared to everybody else.
Oh my God.
So
No,
fucking
no.
far
You know what you
behind.
gotta come check out? You gotta check out the Call of Duty Battle Royale. I haven't checked it out
Yeah?
yet, but it's free. It's
I-
free for everyone.
Is it free?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I might have to check it
completely
out.
free. You gotta go download it.
Okay.
It's on
Okay.
Battle.net.
I might have to do that.
Go download it.
You mean I have to I have to re-download Blizzard's launcher?
Yes.
But Hong Kong.
I'm sorry. These are the terms that we've agreed to, and
Bro, by the way, I'm
you're gonna
definitely
send us Corona through our mice.
I was about to say I'm definitely going to be getting Corona.
Probably so. I just hope that they don't cancel a lot of events. Like Joseph and I are going to see Portugal.
Bro,
Le
if they
Mans
fucking all I'm saying is that
in
if
New
I
Orleans.
land in Orlando, and I get to Disney World and they fucking close it the next day,
Is your mom making you wear masks?
no. She doesn't fucking care. She does not give 2 shits. I have never
Your
seen
mom's
this
like,
woman
yeah,
care
fuck
so
it,
little.
whatever.
But okay, think about it this way. So we're flying Southwest. Shout out Southwest.
Nice.
They let us move our flights from
We're
5 o'clock to
sponsored, by
3
the way.
o'clock. I so wish we were. I'm gonna get on that. I'll work on that. Anyways,
All right. Let me know how
Get
it
it?
goes.
So we originally had our flights leaving at 5 p.m. on Thursday. We now have them on 3 p.m. Right? So we moved them up. That's why I'm skipping half the day. Anyways, they just do that for free because of how little everyone's canceling their flights, right? Then they gave all 6 people with tickets, like all 6 of my family members, they gave us 6 $250 ticket vouchers that are good until October. So now we're planning a trip to New Orleans because it's a direct flight from Austin to New Orleans.
When?
I don't know. We're gonna look at it when we get back from Disney, but we are. And then, so that happened, right?
Okay.
So, and we've been looking at the Disney, like the crowd levels, and they keep decreasing. So honestly, going to Disney World is actually probably a really good move, because there's gonna be no one there.
Shit, dude. You're right.
There's gonna be no one there, and I'm flying out of Austin, which still technically has no confirmed cases as of yet.
Apparently Lafayette now does.
And there was a kid at Westlake, that high school,
I don't
that
know, dude.
self-quarantined.
Here's where I
But
stand
here's the
on
thing.
it. It's the fucking flu.
It is. It's just a more
It's-
contagious version of the flu.
I
That's all it is.
would say the flu's really fucking contagious. I don't even know if it's
This-
more contagious. No, but the thing is, it's the fucking flu. Here's the
Yeah.
people that are dying. The very, very young and the very, very old.
And people with
And guess
AIDS.
what? People already die from the common flu that we get every
Oh, yeah.
fucking year. People
Oh,
die.
it's definitely it's blown out of proportion because we don't have a vaccination for it yet. We have a vaccination.
I
for
think
the
we
flu.
do have a fucking vaccination for it. It's
We-
in a fucking lab in
Israel does.
Wuhan that they tore down.
No. Israel
This
does.
is a virus that they created in a goddamn lab.
Okay, calm down, Infowars.
Ugh.
Infowars, calm down. Oh, Israel does. There was Israeli scientists that were looking into the coronavirus before the outbreak happened, and they've been working on it for a while. And they said they need 2 more months to finish testing, and then 9 to ship, to manufacture and ship.
Okay.
So we have a date, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And when summer hits, the hot weather will kill it because they have confirmed that it does not do well in hot climates, does better in cold climates. That's why it came
Yeah,
during
because
winter.
it's the fucking flu. If you got somebody who has the goddamn flu and you throw them outside for a few hours, give them some goddamn vitamin D, they're fine.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
fine.
Exactly. That's my mom's.
I'm not
That's
saying
my
that's a
mom's
cure
second
for the
opinion.
flu. Please, no one quote me on that. I'm not a
Nor
doctor. Just
nor the
it
fucking
helps, okay?
coronavirus.
Just throw
It
them in the
does help.
goddamn sunlight and it
It
helps.
does. It does.
You feel better.
But anyways, so yeah, so and then I'm going to fucking Europe this summer. I'm getting corona. It's
Oh,
happening.
you're definitely getting corona in
And then we're gonna
goddamn
then we're
Europe.
gonna.
Come on.
I know. Well, the company we're doing it through, they said that there's a 90% chance that we're gonna go. They're gonna give us a trip. But if the coronavirus is still happening
I
come
thought they were
July,
gonna say there's a 90% chance they're gonna give you corona.
no. 90% chance we're gonna have a trip. But if
Dude,
there's
go ahead.
but
Go ahead.
if corona is still in the areas we're trying to go to, they'll change the trip and they'll give us a different trip. But they're still gonna give us a trip.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Dude,
So
I saw the wildest fucking statistic.
Hmm.
Wildest. It was a prediction. And I can't remember who it was from. I'll have to find it. But it was a prediction saying that between 30 and 70 people across the goddamn planet, over 7 billion people, 30 to 70% of them will get corona.
yeah,
What kind
but
of prediction is that?
the 30 to 70. That's
30
like
to 70? That's
that's
a
like saying
big ass margin.
that's like someone saying, "Does it work?" Oh yeah, 20 like 90% of the time it works 20% of the time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, those are perfect numbers. Come on. Get your head out of your
no, but
ass. What the fuck, dude?
oh my god.
Ugh.
No, it's just I like here's the thing. Being sick is never ideal. You
No.
don't want to get sick, right?
No.
Like if I had the flu, my family would quarantine me in my room or in a room because they don't want the flu,
Yeah,
right?
they throw you in that fucking bed. You'll sit at that desk. They'll throw, goldfish from afar.
Dude,
Yeah, and
this one
Capri
time,
Sun, and
this
you'll
one
be
time,
fine.
this
Yeah.
one time, we had a box of goldfish. We went the first time we went to Great Wolf Lodge. We had a box of goldfish, and it was infected with a stomach bug. I swear to God, because I had a really bad stomach bug the first night there. I go to bed and I wake up the next morning. I'm feeling kind of good. I have a fucking Starbucks coffee. Okay, I'm feeling fine.
That's how
And
good he's feeling, folks. He had a fucking
right,
Starbucks coffee.
I decide to spend the day in the room just to play it safe. And I already pissed out the coffee. Okay,
Okay.
so I know it wasn't the coffee.
You didn't
Right?
shit it out?
No, I
Okay.
pissed it out.
Okay.
And I had already taken a solid shit, so I knew that I was over it. I'm like, okay, whew, good. Feeling a little bit hungry, It's just after lunchtime. I hadn't eaten lunch yet. Okay. I was gonna go, and my family was bringing back food to me. So I go and I grab a handful of goldfish and I eat it. Immediately, I'm back in the bathroom
Immediately.
shitting. It's shotgun blast shits, Matthew. It is shotgun blast shits. The
Oh, God.
like it is.
No, I can't say I'm familiar with that experience, but I'll take your word for it.
So when I get stomach bugs, it's very rare that I vomit. If I vomit, it's because I'm gagging on something or if I have anxiety. When I have anxiety attacks is when I do get nauseous and I will vomit. When I get stomach bugs though, it is always shits. I always get the shits. I never have a stomach bug where it's vomit anymore.
I
I also don't
can't
burp.
remember the last time I had a
So
stomach bug.
stomach bugs are the only thing that's really been getting me recently.
I
Maybe I just eat like shit. I don't know.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Actually, speaking of that, I last night I was sitting in bed and I wasn't able to sleep because the fucking time changed. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold myself to do something this year. Come September 30th. Okay. I'm going 2020. Hold me to this. I'm going to do a fasting juice cleanse. Okay.
For how long?
October, just the one day. Just the one day.
Okay.
24 hours. Okay. I have juices every 2 hours. No food.
Why that
just the
day?
juice. Because from October 1st till October 31st, I'm gonna do the carnivore diet.
Okay.
And I already set my guidelines. Okay. It's gonna be meat and eggs only. That meat includes fish and
Okay.
shellfish. Anything from an animal that's living. Okay. That's like the meat of it, right? That makes sense. Water to drink. I'm gonna allow myself coffee and I'm gonna allow myself sparkling water. I don't know how I feel about like flavored sparkling water, but
Go for it.
might as well. As long as there's water in the title, then I'm gonna call that. And then a coffee, it has to be black only because that's just flavored water. Let's be real here. So there,
Yeah, it's caffeine infused water.
it's bean juice.
Yeah, it's bean
Anyways,
juice.
So that's
Dude,
that's
can we make a coffee company called Bean Juice? Fuck Black Rifle.
write that
What
down,
is
right there,
that
right there, right
shit?
there. Write that down right there.
I want bean juice.
We open next to a Starbucks.
Excuse me, can I have your bean juice with almond milk? Thank you.
Wait. That's
Oh
just
god.
bean juice with nut juice.
Yeah. Just,
Get
just mix it.
the sister. Can we make a sister company that's nut juice for almond milk, and then
It's just
wait,
almond milk.
and then there's another sister company that's sticky nut butter, and that's just peanut butter.
Oh god. We could do almond butter as well. It's still sticky nut butter.
Sticky nut butter.
Sticky
But yeah,
nut paste.
that's my
Oh god.
that's my thing.
It's bean juice. All right.
But I mean, you could do it with me, you could not do it with me, but I want to do a challenge, so I'm gonna do that.
I feel like I could do the carnivore challenge pretty easily.
That means no drinking and no anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. Okay.
No big deal.
October then.
I
I'm
just-
also gonna try to be
Is
in the
that going
gym
to be
a
our
lot more
sober
often.
October?
Might as well. I just picked October because I was like, what would be the best day to like celebrate the completion of it? And Halloween.
All right.
Halloween would be the
I
best
guess
day
I'm doing a sober October with the carnivore diet.
Well, because my thing was like the
No
best way to
booze.
celebrate the completion would be Halloween, like a Halloween party.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't
'Cause,
know
like,
if I
that's
can do
when-
black coffee though.
That's all I drank.
No, dude, I gotta have some sugar in it, just a little bit.
Pussy.
I don't enjoy it that much if I'm not, I like to enjoy my bean juice, okay? I like my bean juice to taste good, all right? I
And
don't
then I'm
know,
also
man.
gonna-
I've had a couple cups of just straight black coffee before.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Haitians and Guatemalans know how to make some
yeah.
fucking good coffee.
Dude, if you have to
Oh.
fucking import your beans for your bean juice,
Oh.
by all means.
Oh my god, dude.
Just be careful that it
Guatemalans
doesn't have.
especially.
Just make sure it doesn't have any coronavirus on it
Oh yeah,
when you
for
import
sure.
them.
No, dude, I want
Dude.
those. I want those special coffee beans that like rats have eaten, and it goes through
Oh,
like
yeah.
digestive
Oh,
system. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know what they're called, but okay, let's look it up.
Dude, my girlfriend today, she's in New Orleans right now, and she texted me. She goes, "Hey, would you want to go on a cruise this summer?" I'm like, the same cruises that they're fucking forcing people to stay on for 2 weeks after the cruise is over because of the fucking coronavirus. She's like,
Yeah, those.
"Yeah, I just found one for $300 a person to Hawaii." I'm like, sounds amazing, but
yeah, dude.
I don't wanna be stuck in a boat.
Indonesian rats are eating coffee beans to clean them more finely, so it's just the coffee bean.
so it's truly
It's truly
bean
just the
juice.
coffee. There's no dirt on it. There's no dirt on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, espresso beans. Yeah.
Bro,
Look, you're
I
fucked
already-
up assholes in Texas. Yeah, scientists in Texas force-fed espresso beans to lab rats. After 3 days of their battery acid drip, the rats' overall
Wait,
fecal
whoa.
bacteria
Wait.
count.
Battery acid.
Let's look at this shit.
Wait a minute, Matthew.
Hold up, let's look at this shit. Researchers use rats to find out why coffee makes us poop. Oh, that's a totally different article than what I'm talking about. But yeah. No, it's a real thing. Indonesian rats, dude. Indonesia is using rats, and they take the coffee beans and they give them to the rats, and the rats eat them, and it cleans the coffee bean completely, and it's like this super expensive coffee.
No, I've heard of it before, but the battery acid drip, that's what fucking
Yeah,
got
dude,
me.
that's a totally different article. It's the wonders
Ooh,
of
what are we
Google.
doing out here in Texas? What the fuck
I
are we
don't know,
doing out
man.
here
You
in
got some
Texas?
scientists force feeding lab rats coffee beans, espresso beans especially, and
Oh
then
my God.
they got a battery acid drip somewhere in that lab. Crazy shit is happening where you're at.
Oh, just
all I
fuck
gotta
if I
say.
know.
all
Fuck
I
if
gotta
I know,
say.
dude. Oh god.
All right, so bean juice is gonna be in the works over the next year, and
Bro, there's so many microbreweries around my house. We might as well just fucking do this.
yeah, just jump in.
I mean,
first,
not
you know?
even do. Yeah, there's actually a really good coffee shop in the Galleria we need to go to. It's pretty new. It just opened. So, yeah. But fucking, just yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking yeah. We gotta make that bean juice.
Yeah, no. I wanted to do that. I wanted to challenge myself,
Yeah.
and obviously during that month I'm gonna be working out as much as I possibly can.
Well, fuck. I got
Um,
another 7 months to prepare for that.
yeah, pretty much.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So that's our sober October. So no booze.
Are you? Yeah, are you gonna do the juice cleanse on the last day of September as well? Because I'm just trying to flush my system out.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
I don't know
getting
if a
I'm getting
day will
strips.
make that big of a difference because,
Well, I'm
like,
just getting
let's say, like for instance, Joe Rogan has been doing it, right? And he
yeah,
said that the lack of carbs in that diet has made
yeah,
him just shit all the fluid
right,
in his system out until his
right.
body adjusts to it to figure out what
But
the fuck to do with that fluid.
I just want to go through it clean though. That's why I'm doing the juice cleanse.
That's fair. I don't know.
And like I'm getting it, dude. It's so funny. The company I'm looking to do it, the juice cleanse through, they have they're obviously a very very vegan company because I'm getting it from LA. It's an LA company, and like on their website they're like the proper way to do this is you go a full 24 hours without eating anything. You wake up in the morning, you have your first juice, and then you have each juice 2 hours incrementally. We'll tell you how to do it, and then the following day you follow this up by no they just came out with a half day. They came out with a half day juice cleanse, and you do it. You
It's a
have
half day
and
juice cleanse.
you wrap it up with a wellness shot, and then
A
for dinner you
wellness
have a
shot.
no. For dinner, you have a plant-based food dinner. Like they specifically say plant-based dinner. And I'm like, you are so aggressively vegan, but I hear you have really good juice cleanses, so we're gonna go with you.
Veganism is killing me slowly.
So what's the biggest F you to this company? Do a juice cleanse and then immediately
And
after
then
go on the carnivore
immediately do a
diet.
carnivore diet for a month.
And I threw fish in there because I'm gonna be fucking on the coast. So I
Yeah,
need
might as well.
some. But
That'll
I
be good.
also I had a really cool idea. I've been kind of poking around the internet, going down rabbit holes and stuff. And I found this guy who builds his own bows. And I was like, how cool would it be to build your own bow and then go kill something with that bow and then cook it? Like, how manly would that fucking feel?
That's the most like testosterone fueled thing that I've ever heard.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
that'd be pretty cool.
It would be. My
All right, man.
face hurts.
We're at an hour and 7. I need to wrap this up.
All right, I need food. I feel my blood sugar's low.
Same. I got other obligations in about a half hour, so
I gotta go get back to ARC.
well, go tame those dinosaurs, and we'll definitely be talking about figuring out Austin trip
Yes.
for ACL potentially
hmm
sooner. I know I'll be in Austin this August, so I'm gonna try my best to come visit you.
I moved the 20th of August.
Fuck, you might be moved out.
Bless you. Bless you. I mean, if I am moved out, it's a 4-hour drive to my new
Well, we're
place.
doing like a family vacation in Austin.
Okay, so
So
you won't have your. I was saying if you
I
would
don't
have
know
your
if I'll
car,
have a car. I don't know.
the worst case scenario, I can move in, drive up, pick you up, drive you down, and then drive you back up. Because like I said, it's a 4-hour drive. It's nothing. Just to spend
Yeah,
like a night in the apartment.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Worst case scenario, we need to figure something out for ACL.
yeah, for sure.
Because I
I'm.
think getting a big house downtown would be fun.
It would be so fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be in the works with that, and we'll be in the works getting our bean juice going.
Yeah, and then our October challenge.
Yeah,
So
October challenge. Shit our guts out for a couple weeks. It'll be great.
I'm calling it October challenge so we don't get copywritten by.
Fuck Joe Rogan. What are you talking about?
I mean, I doubt that
I'm
he would
sorry, the
fucking
Lord and
care.
Savior.
I doubt that he would care, but like I honestly did not mean for it to be like a sober October challenge. I was just thinking about
Well,
the whole Halloween party thing.
fuck it.
Be a good day to end it on.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yep. All right.
What you got? You got anything else?
No, I was just gonna say I'm worried about that first meal with carbs
No,
back in it.
we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll stuff us up. It'll be like a sponge in our gut. Just absorb all that liquid. Am I wrong?
All right, dude.
Am I
You're
wrong?
not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right. Well, this has been episode 4, right?
Yes.
Episode 4. All right.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with another episode next week. Peace
Yep.
out.
Peace.